My name is Musiera Ba. I'm a very recently graduated senior from Curtis High School in New York, in Staten Island, New York, actually. Um, and I'm currently 18 right now, and my graduating GPA is 104.59%. And I'm going on to start my first year at Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts, as an intended computer science major. When I was in high school, I was involved in student journalism, specifically in the school's newspaper, the Curtis Log, as the editor-in-chief. And I was in that newspaper for about 4 years. I was steadily promoted from my position as writer back in freshman year when I just joined to, figure out, my footing in high school. And as the writer, I steadily, I started writing stories, and then I got more involved until sophomore year when eventually I was promoted to editor. And then as we were in the throes of the pandemic, I was then promoted to editor-in-chief as the senior that graduated was like, okay, well, we're electing her to be editor-in-chief. And that was a really cool experience. I wrote about, student opinions on the Israeli-Palestine conflict, and I wrote a lot of stories about, how the pandemic was affecting our students, or, even just happy things like, how students were planning to celebrate Thanksgiving, and, when we couldn't really be close to each other anymore. I was also involved in my school's robotics team, which I went to competitions with, especially Lego First robotics competitions. I was just a regular, layman on that team until I was then promoted to team captain. And I was also heavily involved in the student government in my school, which I was elected for 2 years in a row as the student representative, which was a position that worked with the administration to make sure that students had the extracurricular opportunities and and support that they needed in order to improve student outcomes. I was also involved in volunteering in a volunteering organization where in sophomore year when we went around the community and helped out people in our community who needed it, or showed appreciation for our community, whether that was school or just outside of school. And I was also involved in, similar on the lines of student journalism. I was also involved in an organization called New Voices New York, where we were trying to get this bill, where we were presently trying to get this bill passed in New York that would grant student journalists their First Amendment rights, which is the same rights that any other student has. It's just that student journalists can be censored or disciplined for writing stories that the administration may not like. I was accepted to Smith College as a posse scholar, and as I said, I'll be there intended to major in computer science with possibly a minor in arts and technology. And I really like this, field because as a kid I always really was involved in being creative. Like I really liked the arts and stuff like that, but I like the sort of formulaic and logical and structure that computer science gives you, like coding. You have a structure to work in, but you get to make your program. You get to make your program what you see it as. It's not just any other program. It's unique to you and your vision. And I really like that. And on that line, I wanted to go into doing. I actually wanted to go into in software engineering, as along the lines of creating animation software for people, or visual art software for artists and animators alike, to put their visions on the big screen, which is something I really liked because I used to watch animated movies all the time as a kid. And I really do think those movies are important for expanding people's worldviews and really making a positive impact on not only children but also adults who watch that. And I really like to say that my physics teacher was always a mentor to me, she was always inspiring because she was just so excited about physics. And when I went to that class, I didn't really know if I was going to be really good at it. So to have her being so excited during class about her subject and just really telling us all about it was a really good experience. And it really made me, confident in my choice to choose STEM as my career path. I'd also like to say, Nikola Tesla, even though he wasn't really like recognized a lot before, the Tesla cars, he became a big thing. But his work and his drive to keep adding stuff to the world was really inspiring to me when I was reading his story.
Hello, my name is Ryan Hobbs. I'm 17 years old and I live in Arlington, Virginia. I graduated from Yorktown High School with a 4.3 GPA. This past summer, I participated in an internship at Colorado State University in the Department of Physics. This was an 8-week full-time paid program where I helped Professor Hua Chen and his team with their research on non-collinear magnetism. Some of my other extracurricular activities include participating in volunteer organizations throughout my community. I have refereed flag football and basketball throughout high school. I am a leader in Minority Men United and Teen Network Board, and I also enjoy playing sports and video games. This fall, I'm going to be attending the University of Michigan with a major in computer engineering. I am participating in a scholarship cohort program at the University of Michigan called M-Engine that runs from June 6th through July 30th. It's a highly structured and intensive 5-week program that helps students transition from high school to college. I plan to major in computer engineering in the College of Engineering. I first became interested in computer engineering when my 6th grade teacher showed us a 3D printer. All I could see was the endless possibilities for making cool fidget spinners. Since then, I've taken engineering classes and attended STEM camps that introduced me to the computer hardware, software, and material science used in 3D printing. In high school, I developed a passion for computers and became a self-taught PC mechanic who enjoys the challenge of solving my PC problems just as much as playing video games itself. Some of my career goals are, once I get my degree, I hope to apply my passion and determination to solve problems that have real impact. I want to become a computer engineer so that I can design, operate, and maintain computer and digital systems that are at the heart of technology used every day and everywhere, like power grids, medical devices, wireless networks, and sustainable energy systems. I am inspired by computer engineering's potential to solve challenging societal problems like the devastating power failures during the winter storms in Texas that disproportionately affected minority communities. Thank you for providing the opportunity for me to participate in the National Celebration of Scholars.
Hi, my name is Zijane Johnson. I'm currently 18 years old. I just recently graduated from Flushing High School. I currently reside in Queens, New York, and I graduated with a 4.1 GPA. I graduated as valedictorian in my class. And a few things I did in high school were I was the president of my National Honor Society. I co-founded the Sing Club in our school. I was the youth leader. I was a PGC leader. I was a teacher's assistant. I also helped with various activities, like I was a cheerleader. I was a manager of the basketball team. A few other things that I probably just can't remember right now, but that's a few of the things I did in high school. And I also did a few things for my church. I helped with a few food drive. I helped with outreach. I helped with helping kids with Sunday school and little things. And I also sing. So I was on my church's praise and worship team, which is also why I co-founded the Sing Club in my school, because I love singing. So moving forward, I will be attending the University of Southern California, which is in California. I'm very excited. I will be majoring in accounting, hoping to possibly do a dual major if I decide on that. After receiving my bachelor's degree, I plan to do a master's and most likely a PhD. I want to move forward in doing something accounting based, but eventually being like a chief financial officer or owning my own business in general. I also want to continue being involved with music, so since I will be in California, I will continue to pursue music in its different forms, but I won't be pursuing it as a major just because of the instability I see sometimes. So that's why I really love accounting. I really want to be able to represent those in my field and be able to help others with financial situations. Growing up, I felt underrepresented as an African American, as a Jamaican girl, and I feel like we need a lot more people who represent us, and a lot more people who are able to stand up for minorities and stand up for different people of different areas. So that's why I plan on doing that. In the future, whenever anybody asks me what my career would be, I would definitely say that I want to own my own business. But I also say that I want to be a traveling philanthropist, because I do want to go back and go worldwide and travel and give back to different communities that are underdeveloped. Growing up in Jamaica, I was born and raised in a place that there's a lot of inflation and there's not much that you have to work with. So I want to be an inspiration to the little girls and little boys in my country, and be able to give back to other countries that may not be recognized, and give back to the people there, and allow them to be able to live out the dream and come to America and be able to know that their voice matters and that they have an opportunity to do whatever they dream of. A few people that have helped me have definitely been my guidance counselor. Her name is Miss Summers. I've gotten help from numerous teachers: Miss Soto, Miss Loesch, Miss Wolf, and Mr. Ginsburg, Miss Gluick. There's so many people that have helped me in my life. I would shout out my family. They have been a big inspiration to me. I am a first generation student to college, and I'm very excited to not only be the first valedictorian but in my family, but also the first person in my generation, like, who's going to college, who's going to finish, who's going to get their education and really create stability that my family needs. So yeah, my mom, my dad, my great-grandaunt, who is my rock, and there's so many other people, my aunts, my uncles, my friends. Everyone has been there to support me in numerous ways, and I'm so thankful for everything that has come my way. I would definitely love to shout out AABE, because it's been a program that has definitely helped with my college funding, but also the mentorship that it's providing is going to be a huge help, especially for someone like me who's first gen. Going to college is going to be a little confusing, and it's kind of like the college process. Like, when you're going through it, you need help because you don't have anyone around you who's been through the process before. But now that I'm going into college, I would love the mentorship that they're providing me, and I'm so excited to see what the next 4 years will bring me. So thank you so much to this program. Thank you to the community that stands beside me. And thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it all. Hope you enjoyed knowing a little bit about me. I'm Dejanay Johnson. Bye.
Hi, my name is Masai Mendez. I'm 17 years old and I live in California. I attended King Drew Magnet High School and graduated with a 4.08 weighted GPA. At my school, I was in Key Club for 2 years, starting in 11th grade. I also participated in Right Girl LA Mentor Program since 11th grade until now. I also played volleyball and was an outside hitter. Last summer, I attended the Osborne Head and Neck Medical Scholars Program, where I got to have first-hand experience on what it's like to be a doctor and perform surgery. On my free time, I like to paint, make jewelry, and thrift with my friends. In the fall, I will be attending UCLA, located in Los Angeles, California. I plan to major in biology. I have always been interested in the natural processes of the living world and sustainability. I would like to get a degree in biology, which would give me the background necessary to go into environmental engineering. From there, I will work in bioenergy to create clean, sustainable energy. I have always been interested in sustainability and using materials naturally occurring in my environment. This has led to my desire to work in bioenergy. I believe there are many untouched energy sources that are much better than what we are using now. Fossil fuels and unsustainable energy are ruining our environment and quality of life. I plan to give back to my community by helping to make clean energy accessible for all people, no matter their status. Daryl Chapin, Calvin Fuller, and Gerald Pearson have sparked my interest in bioenergy with their contribution to clean energy. These three inventors are responsible for the creation of the silicon solar cell or solar panels. Their invention has truly inspired me to become in touch with nature's gifts so that society can flourish without damaging the beautiful world we are blessed with. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Aliyah Muhammad. I am 18 years old and I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Now, a little bit more about myself. I attended and graduated from Kenwood Academy, where I received a 3.9 unweighted GPA and a 4.7 weighted GPA. In school, I participated in extracurriculars such as bowling, Focus, and Ladies Lounge. Focus is a club at school where we partake in community service. Ladies Lounge is a girls-only branch of Focus. We got together every other week and talked about different issues while performing activities to form a sisterhood. I am also very, very proud to say that I am a member of the Kenwood Academy chapter of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, I was involved in the Midwest College Project, which is a program that's centered around empowering young minority students to pursue their college and career goals. I also participated in a summer program with Exelon that was geared towards young women who were interested in STEM. I got to work in a group to create a solution for waste management, and I was also able to conduct an experiment utilizing household items to create energy in the form of electricity. This fall, I will be attending Florida A&M University, which is located in Tallahassee, Florida. I applied and was admitted into the Engineering Living Learning Community, where I will be studying chemical engineering. A living learning community is a group of students who share common academic goals and work collaboratively. I have always been imaginative and creative, which is why I decided to go into the engineering path, as I believe this field will allow me to use my creativeness as well as unlock hidden abilities and enhance specific character traits. As far as going into the chemical discipline, I have a love and appreciation for math and chemistry. When I took chemistry my sophomore year of high school, I worked hard, had a true interest in what was being taught, and naturally thrived. At that point, it only made sense to choose chemical engineering as my major. As for what I want to do with this degree, I'm uncertain, as there are so many different career paths I can go down. Despite this uncertainty, I know I want to be successful, happy, and make a beneficial impact with my eventual career choice. Now, I can't pinpoint a specific person that influenced my interest in STEM. I just know I had a liking for math and science and did not enjoy English or history as much. Naturally, I just believed going down the STEM track was the only clear and obvious choice. Despite not having a true mentor, I have a crowd of people in my corner who support me in my decision. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elena Parker and I'm from Cary, North Carolina. I graduated from Cary High School summa cum laude with a 4.5 GPA as a North Carolina scholar and in the top 5% of my class. During my time in high school, I served as the president of the Black Student Association, a senior member of my school's dance team, part of the wind ensemble, and a member of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, I was heavily involved in the Pathfinder Club, Cary Teen Council, and Poe Youth Empowerment. In the fall, I will be attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill as part of Honors Carolina and the Chancellor Science Scholars Program. I intend on majoring in biomedical and health sciences engineering with a minor in environmental science. In my future career, I hope to explore new ways to efficiently deliver drugs in the human body, improve access to healthcare in underprivileged communities, and develop treatments or cures for rare diseases. Someone that I would like to recognize for getting me involved in STEM is the coordinator of Step Up to STEM, Dr. Letitia Hubbard. This program is a week-long summer program that exposes underrepresented middle schoolers to a wide variety of STEM subjects at the North Carolina School of Math and Science. Thank you so much for giving me this scholarship. I truly appreciate it.
Hello. Firstly, I want to thank the AABE for this tremendous scholarship, and I'm sincerely honored and thankful to have received it. My name is Gavin Aday Ethan Wiltshire. I was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas, and I recently graduated from Alamo Heights High School. I graduated with a GPA of 103.5, summa cum laude, was an AP Scholar with Distinction, College Board Commended Scholar, and part of the National Honor Society, president of the Alamo Heights Science National Honor Society, former treasurer and president of the San Antonio Nesby Jr., former Nesby Regional Junior Executive Board Vice President, captain of the 2021-22 Alamo Heights varsity soccer team, and 2022 Nesby PCI Male of the Year. I also was a member of the Alamo Heights High School Honors Orchestra, member of the second place finishing team in the Nesby Trimathlon National Competition, an Alamo Heights cross-country varsity runner, was a selected summer participant for the MIT MOSIC program and University of Texas Welsh Summer Research Scholars Program, and involved in a variety of community service projects, including starting a free online tutoring program during COVID to combat the effects COVID had on student learning. I will be attending the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill as part of both the Chancellor Science Scholars Program and the Honors Program. My intended major is in engineering, and in the future I plan to conduct research in some capacity and to make a very tangible impact on people's lives in whatever career path I decide on. What I most look forward to is to helping the next generation of members in the STEM field. I want to use my stature and own personal experience as a member of the STEM field to start or become a part of the existing program that is directly involved in exposing students in underprivileged communities to a possible career in STEM. A few people I would say who have inspired me to pursue a career in the STEM field and have been influential in my success so far have been Dr. Winston, who I have shadowed and who has been an incredible mentor to me, Ms. Devethia Thompson, who has exposed me to so many different opportunities to explore my love for STEM, and my father, Travis Wiltshire, who, as an electrical engineer, made me believe a career in STEM was possible. Thank you.
Hi, my name is AABE Rufus D. I'm 18 years old, and I live in the south suburbs of Chicago. I recently graduated from Thornridge High School as my salutatorian with a GPA of 5.33. At Thornridge, I participated in clubs and sports. I was on my volleyball and softball team all 4 years of high school, and during my senior year of high school, I became vice president of the National Honor Society and captain of the Scholastic Boat team. I was also a member in student council. In the fall, I'll be attending Washington University in St. Louis. I'll be entering the McKelvey School of Engineering with a major in biomedical engineering. During my years of undergrad, I hope to participate in some form of research so I can narrow down what specific field of biomedical engineering I enjoy the most. Once I receive my bachelor's degree, I hope to obtain a master's degree to further develop my education. Career-wise, I hope to still be living in the city, either coming back to Chicago or possibly moving to New York, and work alongside the healthcare system to further advance medical devices. I would also like to give back to my community or any low-income community. I hope to be able to start a scholarship fund that helps high-achieving, low-income students on their path to college. I would also like to donate my time back into FACEA, which stands for Family Center Educational Agency. This is a TRIO program that I was a part of during my years in high school. And finally, I want to give a shout out to my FACEA counselors, Ms. Octavia, Mr. Hawkins, and Mr. Torres, for helping me learn about my interest in biomedical engineering and for supporting me on my path to pursue those interests. I wouldn't even know about this scholarship if it wasn't for them. So I just want to say thank you to my FACEA family, and bye.
Greetings, my name is Victoria Grimes. Most people just call me Vicky. I'm from Savannah, Georgia, and I'm 18 years old. I graduated from Calvary Day School here in Savannah as the first African-American valedictorian in the school's history, and I graduated with a GPA of 103.03. Some activities I participated in during high school were theater, yearbook, choir, Spanish club, African American Studies club. I also was a part of the student event planning committee as well. So I had a very fun high school experience. This fall, I will be attending Georgia Institute of Technology in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'll be pursuing a degree in civil engineering, which I'm really excited for because my interest for this was piqued in my freshman year of high school. In my geometry class, we had a final where we had to design, dimension, model, and then construct a building or type of infrastructure of your choice to go in this little makeshift town, because every student had to do this project. So I decided to design luxury apartments, and I was able to dimension them and using all of this knowledge that I'd gained from geometry during the year and apply it to something artistic. And that's what I really fell in love with, the integration of art and the mathematics side and just meshing these two together. And I found that it's such a beautiful thing. And that's why I want to pursue it. And then eventually in my career, I want to get to the point where I become a project manager at a civil engineering firm. When I first start out, my goals are to, get your feet wet, understand what you're doing, get to know your job better, and probably work at a architectural firm or a civil engineering firm to get some experience. But I do want to end up in project management later on down the line and possibly travel internationally. I would love to travel internationally with my civil engineering degree because there are a lot of places that need improvements on infrastructure or different buildings. There's so many projects going on, so much construction going on in the world today, and they really need us, And my goal to give back to the community once I've had a fulfilling career, is to become a engineering professor at an HBCU to help minorities like myself pursue engineering and have guidance from someone who will be experienced in the field, you know what I'm saying? And also, finally, my mentors would be Miss Tiffany Kittle. She was my English teacher, and she's always inspired me to be my most authentic self, which is important if I'm going to be a young Black woman in the STEM field. I have to always try to be my authentic self in these spaces where I may not be the majority. Also, Miss Marcia Herndon. She was my physics teacher, and she was the one that really got me to love physics and apply that to civil engineering. And I really appreciate her for her guidance in that area. And this is all. Thank you for listening. And I just want to thank the foundation for providing all of us with this opportunity. Bye-bye. Thank you.
My name is Alexander Neary. I go by Xander. I'm 18 years old, and I just graduated from Ocean View High School with a GPA of 4.92. I participated mainly in track and field and robotics, while also being involved in some other clubs to give back to the community, like Seahawks for Overseas Aid and Relief, which focused on our troops overseas currently, and Seahawks for Shelter, which focused on giving shelters to different types of animals and pets and trying to give back, and the California Scholarship Federation, which was just general volunteering. In my sophomore year, I was nominated for a Golden Hawk, which is an award that's given to one student in each department per year, and I was nominated for mathematics. And then in my senior year, I was given the award for foreign language after taking Chinese Mandarin for 4 years. I've also received multiple track and field medals, both from league finals, getting first place in both high jump and long jump in 2021, and second place in long jump in 2022. And also from the school getting the most promising newcomer in my freshman year of 2018-2019, and getting MVP in my junior year, and then this past year getting the Scholar Athlete Award mainly due to my GPA. In the fall, I will be attending UCLA. Go Bruins! I was also accepted to the Center for Excellence in Engineering and Diversity, also known as SEED, which I will believe will give me the resources that I need to succeed with things like private tutoring, extra classes in engineering, a 2-week summer bridge, and many other resources. I'm actually to add to the list, incoming computer science major. I've always loved video games, and when I was younger, I realized that computer science was kind of the pathway to get into the field of creating video games and working with video games. So I have a lot of passion in that field since I play a lot of video games. However, I'm aware of the current situation in the video game development department or area. So I also plan to explore other fields of computer science while I'm at college, possibly taking up to something like bionics or machine learning or AI or something along those lines. In terms of career goals, if I had a dream job in anywhere between the next 5 to 10 years, I'd probably either be creating a video game from scratch with any friends that would be willing to do so, or I would be in a company working on a new and up-and-coming video game to not only gain experience, but also have that experience of creating a new game with a large or decently sized company. I think that would be really cool. However, if I'm thinking a little bit more realistically, I would probably be working in a company in a field like bionics or AI or machine learning or whatever I decide that I enjoy while I'm figuring things out in college. And I would also continue developing video games on the side in my free time. However, either way, I'm planning on volunteering and trying to give back to the community or continue giving back to the community through either food banks or tutoring or any other way that I see fit, and then also donating to just give back directly. If I had to pick one person in terms of a mentor, I would probably have to pick the person that sparked my initial interest in video games, which would be my dad. We actually ended up playing a lot of video games when I was younger. I visually remember playing Gauntlet Dark Legacy on the GameCube for hours at a time, and I still hold that game really highly, even though it's very old, because I think it's held up pretty well. So that definitely sparked my interest in video games and probably pushed me into the engineering field where I am now. So I don't think I would be where I am without that experience. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Justin Russell. I'm 18 years old and live in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, which is about 1 hour west of Philadelphia. I attended and graduated from Spring-Forward Area High School with a GPA of 97%, having taken a total of 12 AP courses and 8 honors courses throughout my entire high school career. I'm going to attend the University of Pennsylvania, which is located in the city of Philadelphia. I'm planning to double major in mechanical engineering and actuarial science. My interest in mechanical engineering stems from my love of physics and of understanding the mechanics of the world around me. I love to build things and attempting to make processes as efficient and optimized as possible. I have taken 2 AP physics classes and thoroughly enjoyed them both. My pursuit of actuarial science comes from my enjoyment in math and statistics and in data analysis. I always found predicting outcomes based on probability to be very fascinating. Having taken high-level calculus courses and AP statistics, I can see myself working with numbers and using them to make decisions for a company or business. Once I achieve my college degrees, I hope to have an idea on which career path best suits me. I would like to have already taken some of my needed actuarial exams and have a job lined up coming out of college as an actuary. I would also hope to have an internship as an actuary during my 4 years so I can get some experience and possibly set up a job to start my career. If I instead choose to go the mechanical engineering route, I hope to find a plant where I'm able to begin my career soon after graduating college. Regardless of which direction I lean towards, I hope to be able to give back to the community by donating to multiple charities, actively volunteering, and donating to organizations which help students afford to further their education. I believe giving back is very important, but also very fulfilling. It is important to be thankful for the things you do have in the life you live, and be able to help those who may be less fortunate. I also believe education is very important and would not want a child to have to reconsider their educational desires due to financial reasons. Children do not choose the financial situation they are born into, but if they put the effort in and earn acceptance to a university they are very passionate about, they should not be denied their dream due to something out of their control. Every little bit helps alleviate the financial burden and the potential amount of debt the students have to face once they graduate. In high school, I was a varsity captain of my school soccer team and also received the Most Valuable Player award. I was the team's top goal scorer and had the top 5 most goals in school history. I also participated in track and field during high school. I ran in the 4x200 meter relay in the winter. We ended up medaling at states. We got 6th place and recorded the 2nd fastest time in school history. We also competed in nationals in the winter. In spring, I primarily ran 300 meter hurdles, 400 meter dash, and the 4x400 meter relay. I was also an alternate for the 4x100 meter relay. I won my conference in 300 meter hurdles and qualified for districts. I was the fastest 300 meter hurdler and 400 meter runner at my school. The 4x100 meter relay also medaled at states and made it to nationals in the spring. During the spring, I also ran at Penn Relays, participating in the 4x400 meter relay. Throughout the entire year, I also played travel soccer. I have played travel soccer since the age of 9. My team has made it to a state semifinal, and we also played at nationals last year in Denver, Colorado. I am very passionate about soccer and intend to try out for the Penn school soccer team. If I do not make it on the team, I will likely try to play club soccer at the school. I've always loved playing soccer, and it's something I hope to continue to do throughout college and even later on in my life. There are many people who inspired my interest in STEM. I have always enjoyed science and math in school, especially physics and statistics. I had many excellent teachers which helped expose me to new content areas. I do think one of the most influential people was my father, who is a data analyst for a pharmaceutical company. I always found the work he did very interesting, as it has a lot of real-world applications. This was especially true during the COVID pandemic, throughout the creation of vaccines and the studies that had to be done to account for such. My favorite part of most experiments has always been collecting the data and then being able to understand and interpret what the data means. I feel the STEM field helps us solve so many real-world issues and enables us to evolve and improve as a society. I hope to maintain balance as I juggle college, soccer, and friends. It may not be easy, but I am more than ready for the road ahead.